evening, sir.
Evening, sir.
I
Good
joined
evening.
before you, Sankalp.
Come on, I joined before you. How is this even fair? It's not fair. You're so late. You have bad internet. I have a better computer than you. Be quiet.
The participants list doesn't say that. I joined before you. Check the participants list. Ha! I have better internet and computer than you.
Sir, I
Sir,
tried to
not
do some
this,
sums in a
sir.
textbook from midpoint theorem and it made no sense, sir.
Not yet finished, no?
The
That's why.
controversy between Sankalp and Kongwell in today in school, sir. They both are fighting like something, sir.
Okay.
They both actually got physical, sir. This first yesterday, like Kongwell kept criticizing Sankalp for saying wrong answers, and then Sankalp got so mad today.
Yes, sir, I did. Sir, and the fact was everyone agreed with me, sir. Kongwell still does not agree with me.
I also agree with him. So I was yesterday's class, or Kongwell did was not right. What Kongwell did was not right, sir. That's why I also sided with Sankalp.
Lol, Kongwell, perfect timing.
Okay, I'll draw this because yesterday I didn't.
Wait, sir, we did this much.
Okay.
Yes,
So-
sir. And you asked us a question yesterday that if it keeps continuing and it's parallel, me and
Yeah.
Kongwell strongly agree to that it will join
Yes, sir.
perfectly at the midpoint.
Oh yeah,
Very good,
right. Oh
very good.
no, I thought you
Sir.
were going to forget it.
See, sir,
Ha,
I reminded, sir. I'm a good student.
Sir, so what is the answer, sir?
You're a bad.
Yeah. So
I
in
know I'm
fact,
wrong.
the answer is this itself. It is going to hit at the midpoint.
Let's go L for Nitish.
L Nitish.
I already knew it.
Okay.
I just wanted
So,
to be
but
dependent.
more importantly, the reason is not intuition. The reason is a proper reasoning. Okay. That
So we
we
can
are
do the
going
same
to
thing we
look
did
at it.
yesterday.
Sir, so
Yeah,
what should we do in
that's-
this now?
So what we are going to do now, as you know that we are trying to make a parallel line. So let's extend it
Yes.
and see till where we can make it. So this is parallel to we'll do one more line. This time we are going to, make a parallel line like AB. Okay, so is this line parallel to AB?
Sir.
No, sir.
One.
No, sir.
Sir, last
No,
time also
sir.
we did it parallel to AB, right?
Yeah, like actually with parallel to AB only.
So
But the
the same
triangle
way,
look different. Yes, sir.
this looks like this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then let's give it the name. This I'm going to call as E, and this I'm going to call as M. Okay. What I know that CM is parallel to AB. So in
Yes,
fact,
sir.
it is parallel to DA or BD, whichever is the case. Okay. So what did we do last time? Which triangles we took?
So like CEAM and AED.
AD.
Okay. Before that,
IAD.
can you see one more basic thing that what about DBCM? What it is?
The parallelogram.
It's a
Parallelogram, sir.
parallelogram.
Yes, because
Parallelogram.
both opposite pair of sides are parallel to each other.
Are parallel.
So
Yes, sir.
this is a parallelogram. Okay. And what do we have in parallelogram? Opposite sides are same also.
Sir,
In length.
opposite angles are also
Opposite
equal.
sides are same.
Yes. So we have BC equal to DM and
DB is equal to CM.
BD is equal to CM.
TM.
Of course, angles are also equal, but we don't need it here.
Sir.
Now let's see. What about in triangle? AED and triangle CEM. What do I have? First of all, opposite vertically
Opposite
angles,
angle, vertical angles,
right? Oh,
transversal
Sir, sir,
transversal
angle
angles,
EMC is equal to angle ADE and angle
and then side,
CEM is equal to angle
and
DAE.
AD
yeah,
is equal to CM.
So we
AD
right.
can
is equal to
use
CM because it's a parallel line.
So
AAA rule.
AD is equal to CM. No, you
there,
can't
there
do
is,
AA.
there
ASA.
is, there is no AAA rule.
Sorry.
ASA.
ASA.
ASA, sir.
ASA, yes. So
A.
ASA in the sense
A
angle
A.
EAD is equal to angle ECM.
Vertical opposite angles. No, I mean
Then angle,
transversal.
this is
yes.
transversal.
Trans.
And then we have angle ADE is equal to angle CME, that also
VOA.
transversal. And the
Oh,
side,
Sir, to use ASA, which side is same, sir?
How?
yeah. So see, look at this
Oh
one.
yeah, we can.
BD is equal to CM, but isn't it BD also equal to AD?
AD. So that's
Oh,
what I
okay,
said, sir. That's
okay.
what I
So
also
we are
said, sir.
going to use AD is equal to CM.
Yes.
Okay.
ASA
So and
rule.
also
This is
ASA
a
follows because side lies between these two angles, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
yes,
So
sir.
ASA tells me that triangle AED
AB,
is congruent to triangle
CME.
CEM.
so we did all of this yesterday. Now what are we doing today?
Hey,
We
it's the
are seeing if
same.
it touches
This is a different
the
one
midpoint.
because assumption is different, although of course the trick is same. It was to show why it hits at the midpoint. So what shall we say?
Sir, it's
AE
a different question with the same procedure.
is equal to CE, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That means E is the midpoint of
AC.
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 Air
And this is
conditioner.
the reasoning of this. Can I
Yes,
tell
sir.
about the length also?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
How?
Oh, sir.
So like you can say like
Opposite
B
sides of length of what, sir?
So
length of
CPCTC
movement.
tells me that DE is equal to ME.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Sir, length
Now,
means do you mean it in numerical, sir?
Oh,
Like
DE is equal to ME.
the
That means
numeric
BC.
value.
Oh,
like we
that
had yesterday,
BC is
half of
BC is
something. No?
Oh, okay,
2D.
like that.
2D.
So BC is DM. So DM is 2DE.
2D. 2D.
That means
BC is equal
DE
to
is equal to half
1
of
by
BC.
2 BC. Okay, yes, sir. Yes.
Fine. Understandable.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Now let's
Yes,
see
sir.
some questions based on this theorem. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let's see.
Sir, does every question include extending the line?
Oh, not
So
necessary.
maybe
Not
they didn't even
necessary
give the line.
always.
Midpoint theorem is always the same, right? So like they both are parallel. The bottom line is half of the top line.
Let's see.
Sir, what is the use of midpoint theorem? Like for congruency, we know to find these two are same. That's good enough. Why do we need midpoint theorem, sir?
Let's see something like this. It will tell you the use. What do you say?
Of the adjacent sides of a quadrilateral.
Yes.
Prove that the figure
Wait.
Read it in your mind.
So it is saying
quadrilateral.
that you take any quadrilateral of whatever form you want. Okay. Doesn't matter. If
Finding
somebody
the adjacent side should create a parallelogram.
joining the midpoints of the
Square
adjacent
definitely
sides.
doesn't work.
Okay, so it is an arbitrary quadrilateral, and I give it some names. Now I find the midpoints of everybody. For AD, let's say this is P. For AB, this is Q. For BC, this is R. For DC, it is S. And now when I join them, it is going to form a parallelogram. That's what it is claimed.
I thought only one you have to join. Thought I didn't know you have to join all the adjacent sides.
That doesn't look like a parallelogram.
It's not up to scale. It's not scale.
Wait.
You'll
So
never know. They'll give you a
it
circle
will
and ask you to
form
stand.
because of the limitation of this app. Probably it is not coming like easily. But
Sir, it
the
is.
claim is this.
Sir, it is a parallelogram, sir. Opposite sides are.
Now
Opposite sides are parallel.
question is why?
They're not.
Why it is a parallelogram?
So because they are two congruent triangles.
Which two congruent triangles?
1 second, sir. The midpoint of quadrilateral, gram PQRS.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say something like that. So triangle PQR and SPR are two big congruent triangles.
Why they are congruent?
Angle PQR.
Yeah.
Why they are congruent?
So it is because triangle A
Sir,
PB
can I ask?
triangle no APB
Mm-hmm.
when we it's the midpoint of those two. The midpoint
Mm-hmm.
is Q and P. No, sorry, 1 second, sir. The
They,
triangle ADB, sir. The
Okay.
midpoints of triangle ADB are Q and P, and they both are connecting.
So somehow we have to
excuse me,
make,
sir.
Say that.
yeah, tell
Sir,
please.
so if
Sankalp, I haven't finished, please.
I thought you're done. When sir was speaking, I
So,
thought you were done.
Yeah, tell.
so when they are connected, they make one triangle. Sorry, they make a parallelogram.
Fine. Got your point.
So we
Correct.
can say
That's
that.
correct.
So we can
Correct.
say. So
Yeah,
if
that's correct.
we prove that triangle QBR and triangle PDS are congruent to each other, and triangle PAQ and triangle SCR are parallel are congruent to each other, we can prove that the QRSP is a parallelogram itself. Sir,
No,
how, sir?
not necessarily that it is always a parallelogram.
Okay.
Yeah. So reason is of course like this. Uh, we make use of midpoint theorem whenever whenever midpoints are coming, it is the greatest hint that midpoint theorem is going to come some way or the other. Okay, that's a
Sir,
thumb rule.
can you draw a line BD,
Yeah,
sir?
yeah,
It'll make
yes,
it
yes,
easier.
yes. So in fact, not necessarily only BD will this
Okay.
work.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this should work.
So QR and
BD
PS
also.
have to be
BD.
parallel.
So
QR and
we
PS have to be
got to
parallel.
know that uh, if I join the midpoints of any two sides of the triangle, then those line segments are parallel to each other, and in fact,
So
the
I have
measure
a
is half of it, right? That's what we saw
Yes, sir.
yesterday. So
so
as
I
soon
got
as you,
a thing.
Chill,
So I
chill,
got a.
chill.
yeah, tell,
Can I tell?
yeah, tell.
So after you put that line, we can say that in a triangle, I mean angle BAC and angle BQR are same. Same goes for if a triangle. See,
Angle BAC
angle
and
BCA. Wait, angle
I'm
BCA,
asking that.
Okay.
He's not telling
BCA
you.
and BRQ. I mean BQP.
Mm. Okay.
Because like. So can you
Okay.
draw a line BP also, BD also, sir?
Okay. Let's see.
Sir, I didn't finish it, sir.
But the question is, will it help in showing that PQRS is a parallelogram?
Yes, I'm trying to say. I'll finish it and then
Okay.
maybe
Okay. Let's.
I didn't finish it. It's
Okay. Tell.
and in triangle like triangle ABC, ABC.
Mhm.
I can is same as angle PBQ.
Mhm.
PBQ. Uh, and
Okay.
then like I think by A.
PBQ.
TBQR. What are you
Once
talking
again,
there?
not not
PBQ.
PBQ. Sorry, not PBQ. Uh,
Barbecue.
I
What? That is barbecue.
I don't understand. Okay, sir, you continue, sir.
No
What do you
problem.
mean by
It
BB?
happens. It happens. It's all right. It happens. So
P.
see,
Okay, okay, nothing. You
midpoint
can continue.
theorem on triangle ABC tells me what? That QR is parallel to AC and QR is equal to half of AC. Correct?
Sir.
Yes. Okay. Now midpoint theorem on triangle ADC tells me what? That PS is parallel to parallel to AC. Make sense?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
And PS is equal to half of AC.
Same goes for
Uh,
that
yeah,
ABC.
same goes
Sir,
for
what is MPT, sir?
midpoint theorem.
Midpoint theorem.
Okay. So see, QR is parallel to AC, PS is parallel to AC. So QR is parallel to PS. First is
Peace.
this thing.
Yes.
Half of
So
AC
we
is
prove.
same as
So
half
can you
of
just write it
AC.
on the diagram, like an arrow mark
Yeah,
on the
sure.
diagram?
So arrow mark tells me that PS
Is
is
parallel to
going to
AC.
be parallel to QR.
Oh.
And also we have shown that PS is equal to QR. Because
Yes,
both
sir.
of them are equal to half of AC. Is it enough to tell that PQRS is parallelogram?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
I
Very
mean, we
sure.
can do the same thing what we did for the
So
ABC
yeah.
and ACD, like this side and this side. And still, it's
It is
So
fine.
of
correct, right,
course.
sir?
So
That's
yeah, this
exactly
is
what I
also
said,
enough.
right, sir? Sir, if you
This is
prove the
also enough.
other triangles as congruent also, we can do it, right, sir? It would have
I'll
worked out.
come to I'll come to you.
There's so many ways
QP
you can do a
is
problem, da.
parallel to
No, he said it will be
BD
wrong, but I'm saying it many
No.
times.
and
I
midpoint
think he
theorem
would
on
said it wrong.
triangle
Maybe the letters.
BCD is equal to that RS is parallel to BT. Sorry, BD.
D.
It means
Bad.
that together QP is parallel to RS, right?
So it's a
Sir.
parallelogram.
Implies PQRS is a parallelogram.
Parallelogram.
Understandable?
Yes, sir.
So these are maths questions asked. Sir. They'll give a circle and ask if it's a triangle, sir.
So
If
so
not, prove it is not.
if you have understood this question, then you would be able to understand the statement.
If I
Every
understand this, no?
every quadrilateral has a hidden parallelogram in itself. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Every circle has all the shapes in it, sir.
What?
Of course. Of course.
Yes, sir.
Every
All
a
two.
shape has every shape in it, ra.
A circle has all two-dimensional shapes in it. Can contain.
Yes. Right. Okay, let's see this one now.
Their maximum size is telling.
I mean, the shape can fit all
Their
the shapes.
maximum size inside.
What are you drinking there?
Amul Dood.
How about this one?
Ah, my.
Parallelogram PQ.
Take a minute and see.
So is there any sides that equal, sir? It's not given, right? It's not given. Okay. I'll keep an option. I'll just draw it here. Really much. I already made a mistake.
As soon as midpoint comes, we know that midpoint theorem is
LP.
coming.
Yes,
So is it given that M is a midpoint of anything?
No.
but you can prove it. Just do it. Wait. Okay, nothing.
Next time you do that, no.
Can I use the rules of congruency?
I have to.
But you have a better tool than congruency. Why not use
Brain.
that?
You're even free to use Pythagoras theorem. Nobody's gonna ask. Unless and until you get the correct answer with the correct steps.
As soon as midpoint comes, midpoint theorem also comes. So in which triangle should see the midpoint theorem?
What is that sound?
To be fair, I actually found it using congruency, sir.
Hell,
Okay.
Me as well.
Not
too.
not allowed. Not allowed.
Sir, sir.
sir, just now I also
I
found.
mean, I mean a bit. I used a bit of midpoint also.
Uh-huh.
I used only congruency and found one.
So it's not
thing.
possible to do it without any congruency, sir.
No,
Of course,
Or is it?
in midpoint,
sir, I
of
used a
course,
bit of midpoint.
on
So
which
like the
triangle?
core part is midpoint theorem.
On which triangle?
Sir, SPM and LQR.
I know, right? I did the same thing.
I already made it
SPM.
congruent.
Okay.
I think we both did the
Okay.
same thing there.
Of course, I also made it made that those both congruent.
Okay. See, let's see now.
Can I say,
It
sir?
is given that PQRS is a parallelogram,
Sir,
right?
Excuse me, sir. Hi.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt your class. Sorry. This is Manoj here, Tarun's father.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I have a question, sir. Tarun is sitting in this class without a book or a notebook or a textbook. I want to understand whether it's something that this class is happening on mind calculation.
He is supposed to write the notes, what we are discussing.
He's not having anything in front of his book in his desk. He's sitting there with bare hands and looking at the screen. So I was just wondering, and he's telling me that I'm calculating everything in my mind. So I just wanted to understand, is it a mind calculation session that was happening? I was kind of surprised when math is being understood in this fashion. So I'm trying to understand, sir. Sorry. So this expectation is he should sit with his book, right?
With at least a notebook, and he should be writing. Yeah.
He should be writing. Okay. Thank you, sir. You can continue the class. I will talk to you later.
Can I see his camera also, Tarun?
Aren't you opening up your camera?
You have adjusted your camera in such a way that nobody can see you have a book or textbook or nothing, right?
This is a PC, and that's that much only it can. Okay, to the extent this much, this is the maximum it can do. So, so this is something I wanted to understand, sir. I'm sorry I interrupted your class.
No, not a problem, sir.
Please continue. I will take this up with him separately.
Even in fact, it is a responsibility from student side itself that he or she takes care of the notes and write. Of course, from the institute side, they get the PDFs of whatever we discuss, but they should write something.
They should practice. That's what my basic understanding of learning math is about.
Yeah.
So very good, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sorry I interrupted. Please continue.
No problem.
Thank you.
Fine, sir. Okay. So let's see. So it is given that PQRS
Yes,
is a
sir.
parallelogram and L is a midpoint of SR. Now what
Yes,
we
sir.
going to do is that let's see the midpoint theorem on triangle RSN. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you try to imagine, it has the same thing which we discussed today, that if I start a parallel line from the midpoint of one of the sides, it is going to hit where?
Sir, they didn't give M as the midpoint of S and N, right, sir?
No, I'm
No,
asking
not
on
given.
RSN.
Oh.
RSN.
Oh,
L is a midpoint, no?
yes, sir. Listen. And Q.
And we are making the parallel line from L. So where it is going to hit?
Nitish, you did it,
I mean, I made
Tell me.
SPM and RLQ congruent, but I don't know.
So
I
Hey,
on the
it's simple
triangle,
after that.
on the triangle RSN, it makes that Q is midpoint of N.
R and N.
Yes. So when Q is midpoint of Rn, it means that QR is equal to Qn, right? Okay. Now look at the first part.
Congruent mutra.
The first part is connecting
Now it
SP
would
and Rn. So you see that in parallelogram PQRS,
Oh,
do
both
I
of these are.
have SP is equal to RQ,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes,
And
sir.
RQ is 2 times of Rn.
Okay,
Yes,
first one is
sir.
already got. How
Oh
did I
my god,
not
I didn't
know?
have to
So,
prove
How
they
did I
were
not
congruent.
notice this? I
sorry,
forgot
half
about
of
this.
R.
I didn't even have to
Half
prove
of
they were
R.
congruent.
I
I
proved
forgot it was a
congruent. I think.
parallelogram.
So RQ is
I
half
didn't
of
do it
R,
your
right?
way, Sankalp.
No, like,
That's
Correct.
smart.
sir,
So
I
sir,
did it the smart.
SP
sir,
is half of R. Right?
I did observe the fact that SRN is a triangle where Q is the midpoint, but I like, and I knew that RQ is equal to SP because it's a parallelogram. Then I forgot the fact that it's a parallelogram, it's a midpoint, it should be 2. I had to do the entire calculation that these two are congruent and had to match that SPM is equal to
I
MNQ.
didn't know.
So you had a better tool, right? Let's utilize it.
My God.
Yes, sir. I was using the
Okay.
tool that I was very used with.
So one thing is done. What about
Congruency.
the second one? Can I do second also?
Yes, it's a second
SN
one so easy,
and
sir.
LQ.
The second one is easy.
2 seconds. Sir. It's midpoint
Sir.
theorem, sir.
Yes, it's
Proper
like a
midpoint
basic,
theorem.
just direct interpretation.
Basics, right?
Normal.
Yes, sir.
LQ is
Direct
So
equal to
interpretation.
along with the midpoint, it tells me that LQ is in fact half of SN,
half of SN. So
right?
other way around.
That tells me that SN is twice of
SN is
LQ.
2 times.
It's just direct interpretation.
Direct.
Direct, right? So both
So
are
how
done.
did I
Correct.
not notice it?
Yes, sir.
See how much
Side
simple,
down.
correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So I did
Karan,
every possible
able to
configuration,
understand?
sir. But I didn't.
Okay. Let's see.
Excuse me, sir. I just have to
So
say a truth, sir. So for
Don't
congruency
tell anything.
chapter,
Don't.
sir, for
No,
congruency
nothing.
chapter, the sums and all I did in my mind because I felt that it was I could finish it easier in the mind than writing it down, but the others and all I wrote it down, sir.
I just
no
draw the
problem.
diagram so I can study later.
I know.
Yeah, I'll draw the diagram.
I'll draw only the
Triangle
diagrams,
is-
but not do all the calculations.
Triangle is like one of my hated subjects. So I mean hated
Pro-
topics. So
Shall
I
we
have
see one
Triangle's
more
my
question
favorite.
now?
yes.
Let's
Yes,
see.
sir.
So,
We can see a
so
few
see
more.
that if you can
Many
utilize midpoint theorem on it,
Yes, sir.
take a
This
minute
question is actually
and this is your
I
thing.
hate
hardness level.
what?
Sir,
Sir,
same
Same
question,
question,
sir.
sir. Same question,
Oh,
sir.
same. Huh? Sorry.
Okay, I'll do
The
this.
hardness level is going to go by like 20 levels. It's going to be so hard.
Okay, everyone prepare to get mind blown.
Just a second.
Hey, well,
Galaxy
start the
brain.
BGM music. I mean, suspense.
Galaxy brain, you don't.
Sir, are all of these sums in our book?
How
The
it
books are
matters.
so easy, yo.
Wait, Congo,
Is there?
Okay, try
hey, the
this.
sums in the book made no sense.
Try this. Try
I
this.
tried it.
Come on.
I'll draw it. It's a parallelogram. It's the same question, sir, without the
No,
triangle.
they're very
It's
different
not.
I mean, it's
question.
a little bit different.
So this time Tarun is going to tell us.
Oh,
Let's go, Tarun. I
Everybody support Tarun.
Tarun
Huh?
has
Huh?
that smile.
ooh.
Yes, sir.
I support you full on, bro.
he has a red and blue striped T-shirt. That means luck.
Hmm. Okay.
I just made that up.
Actually, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just made that up.
I thought it was like Greek mythology. Sir, did they give anything like okay, nothing? Okay, they give.
Yay!
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry.
Jeffrey, just come with
So can I draw my own midpoints, sir? Like C and B, can I draw a midpoint and then join it with P
Try in your notebook.
and do this? Oh, yes, sir.
Sir, but I have to write it in words in the exam, right? You can't do that in the exam, right?
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
They
It's
will-
not,
I'm doing it.
it's not
Yeah,
related
tell
to
me.
the. It's not related to this question, but can midpoints be for any shape, sir? For square, for rectangle, for parallelogram, for triangle?
Midpoint is associated with a line segment, first of
Yes,
all.
sir. Can it be for any shape?
Except
No.
circle, maybe.
No.
Oh,
Only triangles.
No, that's what I'm saying. See, midpoint is for line segment. In whichever
so
figure
rectangle.
line segments are there, you can have a midpoint.
Quadrilateral.
So,
All
sir,
quadrilateral.
so for
triangle.
sir, so for a square,
Regular
the
polygon. A regular
square
polygon.
ABCD, AB midpoint and CD midpoint, when we connect it, it is parallel to the opposite side. Can we do it like that?
Okay.
Sir,
And
EF
You
is not even a part of a triangle, sir. How will
no,
it
no.
put it
See,
out?
the thing
No,
is,
I'm talking about
I
a
got your point. Whenever
square.
in any figure
parallelogram.
there is a line segment, for that line segment you can have a midpoint. So if the figure has 10 line segments, it will have 10 midpoints. Understandable?
Yes,
So
sir.
every regular polygon can have a midpoint. Maybe not the theorem, but have the midpoint.
Will have a midpoint.
So yes, Tarun. Any update?
I'm done, sir. Doing it.
Oh, yeah, speaking with you guys, no.
I know how to multitask. My mom taught me how to.
So what do we have to prove? Wait, one second, sir. Don't do it, sir. Don't do it, sir.
Hmm.
How do you have to do, but don't do it.
No, I asked what do you have to do, da?
But you shouldn't do it.
Maybe. Can I use congruency? You said last question
What
is
do you
illegal,
think?
sir.
What do you think
Can I
I
get
did?
Oh, you
No,
did? What?
not
No.
required.
Not
Sir,
required.
I'm not required, but I used it in few parts.
You are not
Oh.
required. He said I am not required.
Oh.
I
I made
used
these
it in
two
few parts.
congruent.
I can do this. I can do this. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I thought you finished, Konguvel.
No, I didn't.
What? I made the congruent and it has nothing to do with making them equal.
See, sir, I proved that congruency is possible mentally.
Mentally.
I hate triangles. What is this? Nothing
After
coming
this,
to my
you'll prove
brain.
that all of the answers are wrong.
I'll check it again.
There's something coming to my brain.
Yeah.
What is this?
In the cards that you know that Tarun is gonna answer, Chumma telling no.
Oh, like actually,
Okay.
noda.
Oh, I don't know how to do this.
I don't know how to do it either.
Hey, sir, I just proved that triangle AEP is congruent to triangle QFC.
Knew it. You didn't do fully.
You just have to do that, duh.
Oh yeah. Right, right. Oh.
What do you mean?
Okay.
No, and also have to prove EF is equal to that. How do you know?
What about it, bro?
AE is
You
equal
don't.
to EF is equal to FC. Oh.
How? That's
Sir,
a question.
I saw only the part that AE is equal to FC.
You know,
Sir, did they-
only see the
Did
wrong
they
part.
give QB and DP are parallel, sir?
Firstly,
No.
what do you think about what about DPBQ? Do I have something?
Yes, sir. It's a parallelogram.
DPDQ. Oh,
Parallelogram.
DPDQ. Oh, it's a sir. Sir, you said it's not parallel, sir.
Why?
Sir.
Can't say why because sir didn't say DP and QB are parallel. Maybe DQ and PB are
Sir
they are
didn't say, but you
parallel,
can
these
prove
two.
it easily.
You can prove it. It's easy to prove.
Prove it and tell them, like, I can't do it.
What about this? Uh, so BP, right? Is BP half of AB?
Half of
Yes, sir.
A
Because P is a
E.
midpoint, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Because P is
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
midpoint.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So ABCD is a parallelogram, then AB is equal to DC also.
So,
Yes, sir. Right.
Half of AB is equal to half of DC.
Sir,
No,
AAS
half-
is a congruency rule, right?
I used SAS.
no,
So
yeah, I also
half
use
of
SAS
DC,
one
can I
day.
say that half of DC is equal to DQ?
Half of DC is equal. Yes, sir.
Because Q is a midpoint. So look at this, BP is equal to DQ, right?
Yes, sir.
So at least in a quadral, I have two sides which are same length and they are parallel also.
Sir, we already know ABCD is. Oh, sorry now.
BP is parallel to DQ.
BP is
And are of same
Yes,
length.
sir.
And of same length. So
So it's a parallelogram.
it is a parallelogram.
So,
Sir, wait, Sir, like I don't need to figure out DP and QB. I just have to see if DQ, PB are parallel and same length. If I know that, I can see it's a parallelogram.
That's what we did.
I didn't study parallelogram.
So DPQB is a parallelogram, that is for sure, right?
sir.
Sir, but how does that help, sir, with finding AE?
Let's see. So as long as it is parallelogram, I know a lot about that. That DP is same as QB, DQ anyway is same as PB, and I have two pair of parallel lines also. So I want to connect AE, EF, and FC. How should I do that?
Just remove the Q and B lines, sir.
Think of it. You have midpoints. How can you fit the midpoint theorem?
Sir, maybe I can do
Sir,
like F is
I
the midpoint of C and E, maybe.
yeah, I was gonna
I
sir.
can do that.
So
Yeah.
what I was gonna say is let's prove that the QFC and AEP are congruent, and then prove CE is midpoint is F. Then automatically we can say AE is equal to EF is equal to CF. FC. I mean FC.
See.
You have a better way to do it. So
Finding
look
F is the
at
midpoint.
so use
Sir, I'm stuck in
midpoint.
congruency, sir. Help me.
You have to come out of it. So thing is,
Kick your legs downwards.
forget about congruency. Have only midpoint theorem in mind. Okay, and try to
It
use
got
that.
deleted from math. You tore the pages.
Use midpoint theorem on triangle ABF.
So there's
What
like
does
no
it tell?
two midpoints on the same triangle in this figure, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
yes.
how, sir? P
What
is a
about
midpoint.
ABF? ABF. Do I
Sir,
have a
we know
midpoint?
P is a midpoint, but E, I don't know,
Sir,
sir.
you only
How?
have one, sir.
Yes, sir, we only have one midpoint,
That is
sir.
what. That is what. Is PE parallel to BF?
PE
Yes, sir.
parallel to
Yes, sir, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yes,
E
sir.
is a midpoint of A.
Balance. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Okay.
is PE parallel to BF? How is E the midpoint of AC?
That's what we
Look at the
started
triangle in like
with
this
today.
way, da.
So it is a
Wait,
rotated
Which way,
triangle.
da?
Look at the triangle.
I'll
I don't know.
show you. I'll show you. I'll show you.
Oh my God, smart way.
Can you
Triangle ABF, da.
see this one? This triangle.
What are you doing, sir?
Can you see? It's a pointer, da.
Oh.
Okay, let's see this way. This triangle.
Sir.
I have a midpoint and I started the parallel line with BF.
Oh, it's parallel.
Oh.
It's parallel.
Okay.
So the
Okay.
base. That's
Okay.
why it is.
So
Okay.
what it should tell?
It is
Yes. Tarun, able to understand?
yes, sir. What I did was totally.
Okay, fine.
Uncle told congruency. I started to think it on another way.
It happens.
Kind
It
of sus,
happens.
bro.
Why are you
So it
blaming
tells
him,
me
da?
that
Pavam, da.
AE is equal to
Pavam.
EF because E becomes the midpoint. And also I know that PE is half of BF. That is an additional information. Okay. So at least I did one part. AE is equal to
So we can
EF,
do the
right?
same other side, sir. We can do the same
So
other side.
Kongwell
And
is calling me Palm, sir. A new song started. Did you call me Palm or Tarun?
Kongwell
So
and me called you.
what about the second part, EF and FC? What should
So
I
we
do?
can
Sir,
say
do it
we can
the
do
other
the
way.
same thing other side, sir. We can do the same thing other side.
Do
Triangle.
the
Like
same
Q
thing
is a
in the
midpoint. That
other.
means
Do it the same in the other side and
Q
prove
versus Q
AC
versus
is equal
ED
to
are
MC.
parallel.
Which
EDC,
triangle? Give me the triangle
EDC,
name.
ADC.
Very
CDE,
good.
CDE.
EDC.
Why E
So
first?
I know that Q is a midpoint. I start off with a parallel ray. It is going to hit at the midpoint. So it tells me
Point.
that
F is the midpoint of C and E.
CF is equal to EF.
FE.
And
Why do I
I
say
also know that QF is equal to half of DE.
half of
Now
DE?
look at this one and this one. EF
They're
is common.
equal.
So AE is equal to EF is equal to F. Right?
So as
Make
I said
sense?
in last class, your teaching scares me, sir.
You have to
This is
bear
very
that.
smart. This is so how do you think like this, sir? In exam, I can't think anything, sir.
Happens.
I need
Okay, fine.
special.
Let's
I have to teach one
move
Excuse
on.
me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, this
Yeah.
is not related to this chapter, sir. But I have I have the maths question paper, sir.
I don't care.
Sir, so like,
Yeah, I sneaked out my English literature there.
sir, so like, should I? What do I like? Do you want to discuss this in the next class?
We discuss after this.
This is in third term, okay? After everything is over.
Okay, let's see one. Let's see one question. Let's see one last question today.
Yes, sir.
This is a sneaker, da.
They know my mom bought an extra pair of paper after.
Hey, this
Try
is
this.
special privileges, sir. This is not fair.
Okay, try
Right
this.
angle triangle. Right angle triangle. Okay, I'll draw right angle triangle. I take angle and see. Oh my god, who wrote it?
This is the picture.
Sir, I thought I was gonna
D is
draw
a
it, sir. Why
midpoint
did
of.
you
Oh,
show
you
it?
already drew it.
Sir, I was gonna draw it, sir. Why did you show it?
Yeah,
No
sir.
problem.
Me too, sir. I was just about to draw.
So take
It's
a
okay, I'll
minute.
draw.
Think about the solution. As soon as midpoint comes, you know much.
So much. So is E also a midpoint of A and B?
Sir,
So figure out.
I'm done, sir.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
I'm done, sir. I'm done, sir.
Is it? Is it?
Yes, sir.
Is it?
Okay. Mhm.
Are you sure? Oh wait, these two are. Oh wow. Oh wow, this is magnificent.
Hey, 1 second, sir.
Hey, 1 second, sir. So what should I prove? BD, which is D? BD is half of AC.
Sir, I wonder why there's an imaginary line D. Sir. Why is it showing
I
parallel?
wonder why.
It is not imaginary. It is given that it is a parallel line starting from midpoint.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to use it, sir.
Okay. Your choice.
I have to. No, sir. I'm chuma, sir. Maybe I need it, sir. I'll never know. I found out, but no midpoint theorem included, sir.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes,
The
sir.
answer is considered to be wrong. I don't know what the right angle place there.
B, angle B. Angle B is bisected perfectly, I think.
Section.
So I just made a triangle ADB and triangle BDC congruent. That means DA is equal to, wait, that doesn't
Hey,
prove.
stop stealing my stuff there.
Hey, what do you mean that you didn't say anything?
You learned
Sir,
to
but
do
it's okay,
congruency
sir.
in midterms from me.
It's okay, but it's okay because BD, I can't prove BD is half of that thing. with
Sir,
that
it has to do
DA.
something with the parallel line, sir. Very suspicious.
What does? Oh yeah.
What do you mean suspicious?
Yeah, what do you mean suspicious?
No, it's like he has to do something like the
Probably
This data.
you are going to be happy today because it will include some congruency.
No.
Hey, I'm already happy. So, is there any proof that E is okay? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, what?
What?
I don't know what to say. Sir, because midpoint theorem, that means E is the midpoint of A and B.
Hmm.
Correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Let's go. Sir, can I draw another line from D and somewhere between C and B?
No, you
Hey,
can't.
what is wrong with you guys?
No, you
Da?
can't. You just can't.
I'm asking, sir. Da.
You can draw anything on your notebook, of course. If it helps, it's good.
No, yeah.
Fine until your line segment is
Hey, you do your own
not
work there. You didn't
longer than
find
your
out the answer
paper.
right now.
Sir, I found E is the midpoint of AB.
Sir, I made a rectangle, sir.
Hmm.
In fact, no new construction is required.
You're destroying my ideas one by one,
Do it
sir.
with the minimal requirements.
So,
DB. Oh, DB.
now only realizing the question that Sankar.
No, while solving, I forgot what to find.
So let's see.
Oh, wait. Sir.
Come on.
I have a thing. I found out. Can I tell?
Yeah, tell. Okay.
So, since D is parallel to CB, I mean E is parallel to CB, that instantly makes E midpoint of AB. Yes. You said no need of new construction, but I didn't know any other way. So I drew a line from D and somewhere between C and B, and then parallel to AB. That means that makes the point. I mean the line I just draw connect to a midpoint. That means if I connect the E midpoint and the new midpoint I drew, I'll keep it M, E and M. If I connect it, that line will be parallel to A and C, and hence in midpoint theorem, which says that the E and M is E and M is half of AC. Hence E and oh wait, what? I'm literally out of question. So I'm totally wrong, sir. You continue, sir.
Lol.
Actually, your idea is good. You are
Oh my God.
you are having a rectangle
Yes.
DMBE, and you are saying that EM, which is also equal to the another diagonal DB, that is equal to half of AC, right?
Oh yes,
It
sir.
it
I didn't
could be
think of that.
true, but can you say surely that M is the midpoint of BC?
If it's parallel to AB, according to midpoint theorem, it is correct, sir.
So which thing is it? You have to tell me
Sir,
that
is
M
line
is the
BD
midpoint.
the bisector of 90 degrees?
No.
It's definitely not.
Only like if it's parallel according to midpoint theorem, it is the midpoint, right? So
See,
I mean that's what you.
so we go it in this way. DE is parallel to CB.
B.
So at least I know that angle ABC is equal to angle AED, correct?
Yes, sir.
Which is 90 degrees. And also it is equal to angle BED.
Bro,
So
why didn't I
basically both of this and this is 90 degrees.
Yes,
Correct?
sir.
Yes,
Okay.
It's a
sir.
bisector.
So
Now a trickier
now,
question.
now also midpoint theorem on triangle ABC tells me that I started with a parallel line from the midpoint of one side. It is going to hit on the other side. That means E is midpoint of AB. So AE is equal to EB, right? So it means
Sir,
that I have this thing, right?
Sir.
So now look at in triangle
So in this sum,
DEA.
in this sum, will you use the congruency SAS?
I
Very
didn't
good,
use.
Tarun. Very good, Tarun. Yeah, that's what we are going to use.
Bro. So the one time I didn't use congruency.
So DEB. So which side? AE is equal to EB.
God, this is so easy.
Angle
Hey, dude,
AED
I
is
also was
equal
close.
to angle BED, and the side common is DE is equal to DE. So
Is
SAS tells me that triangle DEA is congruent to triangle DEB, and CPCTC tells me that
Oh, okay.
what does it tell?
Okay.
BD. Now this is
Sir,
the
DB is equal to
surprising thing.
AD. DB is
AD. I know something about AD, right?
sir,
D is the
AD is
midpoint
half
of
of BD.
AC. So AD is half of
point of
BD.
AC. D is the midpoint of AC. So
BD is equal to half of AC.
sir, my plan was really smart. Like, sir, Albert Einstein smart, right, sir?
no, sir. Sir,
No.
I've gone
No.
an entirely different way, sir. Sir, so
Okay.
we found out that E is the midpoint of AB, right, sir? Then, like, if then I know that AB is equal to CB. Like, we just know it from the diagram. We know that
No.
AB is,
No.
sir, because like
Sir, my point was very valid, sir. Mine is actually
Now
works.
both of, so first of all, with moving in any direction, every step should be valid. So Sankalp, can you prove AB is equal to BC? Then only tell me. Okay.
AB is
And
equal to
Nitish, AB is equal to
Yes,
BC. That's
sir.
what you are
BC.
saying, no?
How is it equal to BC?
And Nitish,
Yes, sir.
for you,
It is equal, but
can you tell me that M is midpoint of BC? Why? So
Sir,
if
because
both of
if
you can give the reasoning, valid reasoning, then only move further.
sir, the line I drew is
Relax,
parallel
chill,
to
relax,
chill,
AB.
bro, chill.
relax.
So the
Okay.
line I drew is parallel to AB, and according to midpoint theorem, it should be in the midpoint of BC,
Okay.
right, sir?
This is done. Okay, fine. So you have midpoint
Yes, sir.
DMBE. Now what?
Can I prove
So
something,
yes, sir.
sir?
Now, like DB is a I made a rectangle, like you said. DB is a bisector of that rectangle. I mean, not bisector, diagonal of that rectangle. I mean, in a rectangle,
So
both the diagonals can.
your DMBE, is it a rectangle? You sure?
Sir, I think yes, sir, for sure.
No, not a guess. You tell me
Yes, sir,
why
for
it is a
sure.
rectangle. Why it is a rectangle?
Sure. Sir, angle B is a right angle. Uh, um, uh, Sir, DE is parallel to CB. That makes angle DEB parallel. DEB right angle. And then if I do the same for DM also, it makes both the angles angle D. I mean EDB
how?
and DMB. Like, wait, how do I explain it?
Aha. What are you
How do I?
saying,
No, no
bro?
problem.
Like,
No
wait,
problem.
Can
No
I
problem. See,
explain?
okay, just a
Aha.
I
second.
got
Nitish,
wait,
Nitish. See,
sir.
I get your point. I know that
Yes, sir.
you are right, but what I want is for you to work on your idea. Give it a writing. Okay, give it a writing properly to claim your way of proof. Okay, don't go in air. Go on paper. Okay, so we'll discuss anytime tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Go on paper.
Sir, can I
Yes,
tell
sir.
how I
Yeah.
found mine?
Yeah, tell.
Sir, so let's draw an imaginary parallel line to which is parallel to line AB from D, sir, downwards. So
Okay.
it will meet somewhere at CB, right, sir?
Okay.
Then we have to prove that DEB is parallel to the triangle which is, let's take that imaginary line as imaginary line which meets at the point which meets at CB as that point as M, sir. Let's take triangle DMB as D is congruent to DEB, and once we find that, we can also find that CDM is congruent to DMB, and like and then wait, I don't know how to explain this, right?
For you also, Sankalp, go on paper. Okay. Probably both of you are right. We will have three ways of solving the question, but a strong suggestion is that go on paper, write your ideas, frame your proof, and then discuss. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Do we have a maths class tomorrow?
Yeah, we have.
No.
Oh,
No, we
day
have.
one.
We don't know, sir. We don't have the timetable.
Okay. Fine then. So all the
Tomorrow
very
we
best.
sir, today is Wednesday, right? Sir, tomorrow we don't
Thank
have.
you, sir.
Tomorrow we have physics and chemistry, I think.
Bio.
Physics and bio.
Biology over.
Biology is
Weekly only
over.
one biology class.
We have
We
physics
have tomorrow maths also.
oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
And then
sir.
I can prove I'm right.
sir,
There's
then
three ways or
sir,
two
but
ways. I don't know the concept.
other sirs told that tomorrow we have class.
Yeah, his
Confirm.
class and
You confirm in yourself. You confirm among yourself and see. As I believe I have the class. So fine then, no
so the
problem.
meeting IDs we get, we'll
Yes,
come.
sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Bye,
So
sir.
tomorrow
All
school,
the
if I
best.
get free periods, I'm gonna try and solve this, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Sir, most probably he's gonna play hand football, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yo, that Champions League is impossible. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Okay.